You have a very weird way of communicating them. If I don't like something and I say I don't like it, you have to respect it. The issue you've had is changing an outfit. That's the main issue that
you're supposed to talk about it before Ayo. That's what I said.
Reduce your voice. Reduce your freaking voice.
Don't complain about my voice. I have a loud voice. It's not a problem for me having a loud voice. So am I shouting right now?
Yes, you are.
I'm not shouting.
Anyways,
don't complain about my voice.
I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you to fix it. That's your business. If you like fix it, you like to fix it. That's your business.
I change my outfit if I don't want it to be loud. It is not about Yoruba. It is not Yoruba. It is just the performance thing. It is not upset. I'll change my outfit because of the Ayo. And that was what we did here. Is that not the Ayo that we did last? Do you see any other thing? Did you see any other thing about me being right? Just calm down, listen. You don't want to listen, but you say you want to listen. That is not serious.
It's so sad to see that Koyin and Dede have been having a lot of friction lately. And today's own has to do with wager presentation. Housemates wager presentation this week has to do with them representing their cultural background, talking about their culture, what makes them significant, what makes them special, very significant places in their culture. Koyin is a Yoruba boy, while Dede is an Igbo girl. For some funny reason, they decided to team up for the wager presentation. I don't know if it's because they are friends or because they are comfortable with each other. But on a norm, Koyin and Dede were not meant to be in the same group. But Dede chose for her and Koyin to be in the same group. And she has been struggling with that wager presentation. She has been struggling with it. Koyin, on the other hand, is doing everything possible to ensure that Dede understand, her own part of the whole wager presentation. They both divided the whole task within themselves. Dede has complained a couple of times saying that some of the tasks assigned to her is much, that she will have to reduce some. At some point, Koyin accepted for her to reduce it. On getting to the stage today, for their practice, Dede was not meeting up. Koyin, on the other hand, was not happy with Dede's performance. In fact, at some point, they were even arguing on the stage. Koyin was telling Dede, you don't used to listen. You don't listen. That was what he was actually telling Dede on the stage. And obviously, that kind of thing will make Dede upset. Koyin, being a Yoruba boy and he understands the culture better, took charge of the whole wager presentation. Before now, they've had back and forth about changing of clothes. Because Koyin is going to talk about the Eyo festival, he will definitely have to change into the Eyo outfit. Dede is saying that there will be no time. In fact, both of them have had, that back and forth concerning the whole change of clothes. Koyin is saying that he will definitely have to change. Eyo festival has its own cultural outfit, and it's definitely a must for him to look the part. Coming on the stage today, Dede was presenting. She was not getting a lot of things right. She was even laughing at some point, and the whole thing, was not sitting well with Koyin. They did it, and they got back into the house. Dede came immediately telling Koyin that your communication style sometimes can be very weird. It is this, it is that. Dede was complaining about how Koyin made some changes in their presentation without carrying her along. Koyin, on the other hand, is saying that he did not change anything, that all the things they discussed is still what they are working with. Dede said it's not true, that he changed some things. Koyin said he did not change anything. Dede kept insisting that Koyin changed something. And the whole thing was this. Because Dede is not a Yoruba girl, she's having difficulty with understanding some of the terms. Dede said because the whole thing is long, she'll have to cut it short. Koyin is saying that Dede will not cut it short. Dede is upset that Koyin accepted previously for her to cut it short. Koyin is saying that no, you have to give the whole full presentation. Dede, on the other hand, is also complaining about Koyin, telling her that the only place they've had issue in the past is the whole changing of clothes thing. Koyin is saying that, look, we don't have any issue with changing of clothes. That is definitely a must. He will change clothes because of your festival thingy. They were having back and forth. The next thing I heard is Dede telling Koyin not to shout at her, blah, blah, blah. And Koyin said, I'm not shouting at you. This is how my voice is. And if you are being honest, Koyin did not actually shout at Dede. They were just having a conversation. I understand that Dede is pissed. She's upset because she's finding it difficult to understand the whole thing because obviously she's not a Yoruba girl. So the whole thing is difficult for her. The point she came to make, Koyin already told her that she should not be worried about anything because it did not change anything. All the plans they had is still what they are working with. Dede is still not having it. He kept explaining himself, explaining. Dede all of a sudden, got really pissed and left. In my head, I'm like, I don't understand. What is going on? Koyin was obviously not happy with the way Dede walked out because he was still actually talking before she left. Honestly speaking, I totally understand what is going on here. Koyin is a Yoruba guy. He understands the whole Yoruba culture better. Dede is an Igbo girl. She's struggling with the whole wager presentation. But I don't understand why she would just walk out on him like that, And she was actually sounding very rude and condescending. Koyin was only trying to make a point. I don't know why she's so upset. Koyin is the Yoruba boy. Koyin is the one in charge, and he wants them to perfect and do everything well. That is all Koyin wants. Dede, on the other hand, wants to adjust a lot of things. She wants to minimize a lot of things because she's finding it difficult to understand, and she thinks the whole thing is very lengthy. I don't know why these two persons decided to be in the same group. I was expecting Dede to be in the group with Bright because both of them are Igbos. But for some funny reason, these people choose friendship over their wager presentation. Bright is Igbo, Mide is Yoruba. Because both of them are in a ship, they decided to be in the same wager presentation. I don't just understand this housemate. If Dede decided to pair with somebody that shared the same ethnic group with her, she would not be struggling like this. Because maybe she did not know the whole thing would be this complex. Koyin is definitely not happy because this is not the first time Dede has been overreacting towards this whole wager thing. Yesterday also, she was giving attitude. At some point, like, she was even raising her voice at Koyin when they were trying to practice. She even fell asleep. It was that serious. She slept up at some point when they were practicing together because the whole thing is boring to her. She cannot relate. And after the whole back and forth, Isabella noticed what was going on and came to check on Koyin. The next thing I heard is Koyin saying, don't mind that girl. That girl is not serious. I'm like, huh? Are you now describing Dede as that girl? Anyway, I'm still very surprised that these two persons are still doing bestie. The old bestie got sour when Isabella came into the picture. You know, that week Dede went into that secret room. That was when this whole bestie thing ended, in my own opinion. All this one they are doing, they are just doing it for making no be like, say, we know they're in taking times. That Bexy ship, you know, sank for a long time now.
You go back to your bed.
I'm staying on that bed. Last time I'll face the other side, you face your side.
Don't forget to wear clothes as well.
I didn't want to have training clothes, but my training clothes were in the HOH. And I know you, if I do one or two, you're slept off. So I had to improvise. So that's
And what is wrong with that?
I didn't want you to sleep off now.
Why should I not sleep off?
Am I the only one that noticed that Dede does not want Kola to talk about the whole kiss thing that happened yesterday? Kola was trying to talk about what happened before the whole kiss thing, and Dede is just trying to shut him off. In my head, I'm like, Dede, relax. It's not that deep. Relax. You're an adult. Things happen. Oh my goodness. So Kola is doing everything possible to just, talk about it. I was talking about, yesterday I had to quickly rush out and do whatever I wanted to do and came back before you don't tell me now you want to sleep, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Kola, relax. We don't need to hear what happened. We all saw what happened, okay? Relax. I'm moving on, guys. This is the first time since Sultana so emotional. Today is actually her daughter's birthday, Aliyah. Aww. Listening to all the things Sultana said really got me emotional. You know, how she had her first child at 15 due to the whole early marriage thinking that happens in the North. Her daughter is actually 10 years old today. That's a lot. Happy birthday to Aliyah. Many more years to celebrate. Seeing her so emotional, Oh my goodness, I felt so bad for her. But regardless of the bad situations she has had in the past, something good came out of it. I can imagine how beautiful her daughter will look. But Sultana is a gorgeous woman. Happy birthday, my darling. Aww. Sultana had really, really amazing things to say about her daughter. That's really amazing. If you're a mom, you'll know these things. And it's even more hard for her knowing that she's in Big Brother's house. Celebrating your daughter's birthday in absentia. That's a lot. So guys, let me know what you think about this whole Dede and Koyin's argument. For a while now, they've been having a lot of back and forth. This is not the first time. I don't know. I don't want to say it's because of Isabella Sha, but these two persons have been having a lot of back and forth. But whatever it is, they'll be fine at the end of the day. I just wish that Dede went and chose somebody that is from her own ethnic group.